When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. In this episode of the podcast, we uncover 3 captivating stories of resilience and ingenuity. Our first tale traces back to a fateful evening when an embarrassing dining mishap sparked the creation of a revolutionary concept, forever changing how we approach transactions. Then, we journey into the realm of household innovation, where a spilled glass of wine on a kitchen floor became the catalyst for the invention of a household essential, much to the surprise of its creator. And finally, we explore the world of music, where an unforeseen obstacle transformed a concert into a legendary performance, showcasing the boundless creativity and adaptability of a virtuoso pianist. Join us as we unravel the mysteries behind these incredible transformations, leaving you inspired by the power of turning adversity into opportunity. This is the Happy Accidents Podcast. Hey there, friends. This is Dennis Geelen, author of the Happy Accidents newsletter and the book, The Accidental Solopreneur. Welcome to another episode of the Happy Accidents Podcast, where we dive into true stories of wildly successful people, products, or businesses, all of which can trace their success back to a chance encounter, a serendipitous event, or a fluke invention. In each episode, we unravel the tales of unexpected triumphs and the remarkable journeys that led to their incredible success. I'm on a mission to explore the fascinating world of happy accidents, and I'm thrilled to have you along for the ride. So, why should you tune in? Well, besides the entertainment value of these incredible stories, there's a hidden treasure trove of lessons we can learn from them. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a creative mind, or simply someone who enjoys a good narrative, this podcast is your go-to source for inspiring stories and valuable insights. Get ready for a roller coaster of surprises, a dash of luck, and a sprinkle of wisdom. This is the Happy Accidents Podcast, where success meets serendipity. Let's jump into today's adventure. I just love this first story because it all starts with an embarrassing situation, one there where I'd probably, just want to tuck my tail between my legs and run. But it gets turned into a massively successful, revolutionary way of paying for things, of financing. You'll see what I'm talking about here. Let's get ready to dive into this incredible happy accident story behind the Diners Club card. Okay, so picture this. It's New York City in the late 1940s. Frank McNamara, a lawyer with a penchant for fine dining, found himself out for dinner with some clients. He didn't know it, but he was about to be embarrassed. He was also about to use that embarrassment to invent something revolutionary. But let's rewind a bit first and explore a bit of Frank's life leading up to that fateful dinner. Frank X. McNamara was born April 4th, 1894 in New York City. He would later attend the College of Holy Cross in Worcester, Massachusetts. After college, Frank would go on to try his hand in various business ventures. He worked in sales and marketing for various companies, and he gained experience in travel and the entertainment industry. In other words, he was setting the stage for opportunities to come his way. He was getting out there, he was meeting new people, he was trying new things, he was collecting different skills and experience. He was increasing his luck surface area. Now, back to that dinner party. Fate had a twist in store for Frank that night. He realized he'd forgotten his wallet, leaving him red-faced and cashless in front of his clients. Embarrassed, Frank made a call to his wife to come bring his wallet to the restaurant so he could pay for dinner. But that incident sparked an idea in his mind that would forever change the way we handle transactions. The embarrassment of the situation was enough to get Frank McNamara thinking, what if there was a simple way to avoid this type of situation in the future? What could have been a mortifying moment actually turned into a stroke of genius. Frank, along with his partner, Ralph Schneider, saw an opportunity in this wallet mishap. They conceptualized a novel solution, a charge card exclusively for dining and entertainment purposes. That's right. The Diners Club was born, intended to help people savor meals without the worry of forgotten cash or wallets, the exact situation Frank found himself in on that fateful night with his clients. The Diners Club card was the first ever multi-purpose credit card, a card that could be used at multiple locations. Because prior to the Diners Club card, the only other credit cards in existence at that time were specific to individual establishments. McNamara and Schneider saw the opportunity in front of them and ran with it. In its first year alone, the Diners Club grew to 10,000 members with 28 restaurants and 2 hotels on board to accept the card and be reimbursed on a monthly basis. It was 8 full years before a competitor finally came along to offer an alternative card. Companies like Visa and MasterCard were eventually born, giving them the option to choose from competing cards with different benefits. Perks like loyalty rewards and travel benefits were added as credit card companies began to research and understand the needs and the habits of their customers. And now, credit cards are used by billions of people around the world every single day. A massive industry was born, all from an embarrassing yet happy accident. What are some fun facts about this story in the Diners Club card? I've got 3 of them lined up here for you. The first Diners Club card didn't have magnetic strips or microchips like today's credit cards. Instead, they had the imprint of the member's name and account number. That's how they could tell who this was for. Diners Club initially charged members a $3 annual fee, which included a detailed list of participating restaurants. And finally, today, Diners Club cards are accepted in more than 45 million global merchant locations. Wow, what a growth. All that from that embarrassing dinner. All right, what are some of the lessons we can learn from this story? I've got 3 lined up here for you. Lesson number 1, be in tune with your emotions. How can you help minimize negative emotions for others or maximize positive emotions? This is exactly what Frank was tuned into when he realized life gave him a lemon here. I can turn this into lemonade. Lesson number 2, embrace the unexpected. Sometimes life's quirks lead to groundbreaking ideas. Don't be afraid to turn an accident into an opportunity. And lesson number 3, it takes courage. Be bold enough to be the leader in an undefined space. This is a brand new revolutionary idea. Most times, if you're the first person bringing an idea like this forward, you're laughed at, you're scoffed, you're told you're crazy. You have to be bold enough to get through that phase within the next 3 to 5 years. Once your crazy idea catches on, that's when they call you a genius. Okay, story number 2 is another mishap turned into a messy but happy accident. This story comes to us from one creative woman where a spill sparked an idea that would change her life forever. In this story, we're looking at the incredible tale of how Joy Mangano took an accident and built a miracle mop empire. So what happened? Well, red wine was spilled on her floor, but that was the incident. Let's take a look back first and find out what was going on before that fateful catalyst, happy accident, fluke contingent event. Prior to the red wine incident, Joy's story was actually pretty mundane. She was just an ordinary working mom in the 1990s, struggling to balance her job as an airline reservationist while taking care of her 3 children. But little did she know that a fateful experience would soon turn her into the accidental inventor of the Miracle Mop. So what happened? It all started one night when Joy was hosting a dinner party and, you guessed it, a guest spilled red wine all over her pristine floors. Frustrated with traditional mops that were difficult to wring out and left streaks, Joy knew there had to be a better way. After a bit of trial and error, Joy developed the Miracle Mop, a self-wringing mop that made cleaning floors a breeze. But her journey to success wasn't without its challenges. In fact, it was just getting started. Joy faced rejection after rejection from potential investors and manufacturers, but she refused to give up. Without any background in business or product development, Mangano decided to take a chance on her idea. She invested $100,000 of her own money to produce the first 1,000 mops and started selling them door to door at trade shows. Wow. If that's not grit and passion and determination, I don't know what is. Now, at first, the response was slow, but Mangano persevered. Finally, she got her big break when she was invited to appear on QVC, a home shopping channel. Now, her first appearance sold out all 18,000 mops in just 20 minutes. Mangano soon became a regular guest. But Mangano didn't stop at the mop. She went on to create other household products like hangers, and streamers, and even a self-wringing bucket. And in 1999, she sold her company, Ingenious Designs, to the Home Shopping Network for $10 million. Joy has since gone on to become one of the most successful female inventors of all time, with a net worth of over $50 million. So, the next time you spill a glass of red wine, remember, accidents can lead to incredible inventions. And who knows? Maybe you'll be the next Joy Mangano. Okay, what are some fun facts about this story? I got 3 here that we can go over. The first one, the invention of the Miracle Mop was the inspiration for the 2015 film Joy, which starred Jennifer Lawrence as Mangano. Pretty good movie. Number 2, Mangano holds more than 100 patents for her inventions, which include the huggable hangers, My Little Streamer, and Forever Fragrant. Yes, she is an inventor. Fun fact number 3, Joy is a self-made millionaire and was named one of Forbes' America's Richest Self-Made Women in 2016. All right, what are some of the lessons that we can learn from Joy and her Miracle Mop story? I have 4 lessons lined up here for you. The first one, be open to new opportunities. Joy was willing to take risks and try something new. She didn't have experience in the product invention or home shopping industry, but she was willing to learn and take a chance. Lesson number 2, don't give up. Joy faced many obstacles and rejections before her product became a success. She believed in herself and her product and kept pushing forward. Lesson number 3, listen to your customers. You've probably heard me say this on several podcast episodes already. This might be the most important lesson if you're an aspiring entrepreneur out there. Listen to your customers. Joy paid attention to what her customers wanted and used their feedback to improve her products. This helped her create products that people loved and kept coming back for. And the final lesson, number 4 here, keep innovating. Even after her success with the Miracle Mop, Joy continued to invent and innovate new products. She didn't rest on her laurels and continued to grow her business. All right, our final story is one where we're going to take a look at how someone took an unfortunate situation and turned it into an unexpected masterpiece. Yes, this one comes from the world or the industry of music. So this story explores the serendipitous tale of Keith Jarrett and the Köln concert. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. It's German. Koln, the Köln concert, a now infamous recording in the world of jazz music. Well, what happened? Let's dig in. Born on May 8, 1945 in Allentown, Pennsylvania, Keith Jarrett began playing piano at a young age and showed exceptional talent early on. Although he received formal training in classical music, it was jazz he was drawn to as a teenager. He particularly enjoyed the music of artists like Miles Davis, Bill Evans, and Thelonious Monk. And in the late 1960s and early 1970s, Jarrett established himself as a versatile and in-demand musician, collaborating with various jazz luminaries like Charles Lloyd, Art Blakey, and Miles Davis, one of his idols. He also led his own groups and began recording albums as a band leader. But it was a happy accident that really put Jarrett on the map and solidified his status as a jazz legend in his own right. In 1975, Jarrett arrived at the Opera House in Cologne, Germany, to perform a concert. However, upon his arrival, he discovered the piano provided for him was in terrible condition. It was out of tune, it had sticky keys, and some keys producing no sound at all. Uh-oh. Now what? But rather than cancel the performance, Jared decided to work with what he had. Being a true pro, he improvised the entire concert, making use of the limitations of the instrument. The unconventional piano, with its unique sound and quirks, ended up shaping the music that night in unexpected ways. Jared embraced the challenges and incorporated them into his performance, resulting in a truly remarkable and intimate musical experience. The recording of this concert became the Köln concert, which went on to become not only Jared's most famous work, but also the best-selling solo jazz album in history. In a sense, the limitations imposed by the old piano led to a serendipitous outcome, showcasing Jared's improvisational genius and resulting in a timeless masterpiece. Would that concert and the resulting live album be nearly as popular had he been working with a proper piano that night? Would Joy Mangano have gone on to be the multi-million-dollar inventor that she is today if that wine hadn't been spilled? Would Frank McNamara go on to have the idea for the diner's card had he had his wallet with him that night at that dinner with his clients? I guess we'll never know. Okay, what are some fun facts from the Keith Jarrett story? I have a few lined up for you here. First fun fact, Jarrett's performance at the Cologne Opera House for the Köln concert was entirely improvised. He didn't rehearse or plan any specific pieces beforehand, making each performance in the concert unique and spontaneous. Another fun fact, the recording of the Köln concert captures not only Jarrett's piano playing, but also sounds of the audience. Despite initially considering the recording unusable due to the audience's coughing and other noises, ECM Records decided to release it as is, adding to the concert's intimate and authentic atmosphere. Another fun fact, the Köln concert is not only Keith Jarrett's most famous album, but also the best-selling solo piano album of all time in jazz history, selling over 4 million copies worldwide to date. And the final fun fact, during the time of the Cologne concert, Keith Jarrett was suffering from significant back pain. Imagine, on top of this funky piano he's been given, he's going through a bunch of back pain. This added to the physical challenge of performing for over 2 hours straight that night. But despite this, he delivered an extraordinary and unforgettable performance. Okay, what are the lessons we can learn from the Keith Jarrett story? I have 3 lessons here lined up for you, ones that we can all learn from and take away and apply to our own lives or our own business, whatever your situation is. The first one, embrace limitations. Keith Jarrett's willingness to work with the imperfect instrument he was given demonstrates the importance of adapting to and making the most of constraints or limitations. Instead of letting obstacles deter you, turn them into opportunities for creativity and exploration. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Lesson number 2 that we can take away: creativity under pressure. When faced with unexpected challenges, like performing on an old and poorly maintained piano in front of a live audience, Jarrett exemplified the ability to think on his feet and find innovative solutions. This underscores the importance of maintaining composure and harnessing creativity, even in high-pressure situations. And the final lesson from this story: resilience and perseverance. Jared's decision not to cancel the concert despite the unfavorable circumstances highlights the value of resilience and perseverance. Rather than giving up in the face of adversity, learn to push through and deliver a memorable performance. Hey, thanks for tuning into the Happy Accidents podcast. I hope you find these stories as intriguing and insightful as I do, but make sure you don't miss an episode. You can subscribe to my Accidental Solopreneur channel on YouTube and watch these episodes in video form, or subscribe to the Happy Accidents podcast on Apple and Spotify for your listening pleasure. Until next time, stay lucky, my friends.